Hello YouTube, Dave here. I'm still working on my next video in my D&D retrospective series. I just actually ended up getting a new camera. My fiance gave me one that she wasn't using anymore. So this is basically going to be mostly just sort of a camera test. I want to see how the new camera looks. The camera I was using before was basically a picture taking camera. And I know people had talked about and had noticed this black smudge kind of in the middle of the screen. It's not so much a smudge as it is sort of I think it was a tiny crack on the inside of the lens. So it was something that I just couldn't do anything about. I always tried to not have too much like white pages or something like that showing up to kind of try to mask it. But I just want to see how this camera turns out. I'm hoping that it works out pretty well. It's a dedicated video camera, so it's more than just like the picture camera that also takes videos. And I just want to basically have a look here. So I got the basic setup right here. I just want to see how it looks showing stuff from a book. And if I get up close, I just want to see how clearly the text comes out. So again, this is mostly a test, but I figured at the same time I may as well just give you sort of an update as to what I intend to do with the retrospective series that I had started with Zero Edition. And basically I wanted to do sort of like a history lesson, but at first I wanted to focus a lot on sort of the rules. I wanted to focus a lot on like the classes and the combat systems and stuff like that. But as I started doing a little bit of research into it, because I wanted to figure out how to start the video, I started to find that the history was really quite interesting, and I decided to sort of write out an actual full script, hoping that that turned out pretty decently. But what I plan on doing now, instead of just talking about like some of the character classes and combat systems and a lot of the rule stuff, there's going to be some of that in there, but I want to focus a lot on sort of the history of the game, what was going on with TSR and things like that at the time, because it's a really interesting story. So I'm hoping to convey that. I'm not going to rush these videos out. I wanted at first to try to do one every week. But I think what I want to do is take my time, do some research, and maybe every 2 weeks put one out, like for each of the different editions. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still doing my research onto the first edition AD&D, which is sort of the obviously the next one there. So I'm working on that at this point in time. We'll hope to have that up by next Sunday. So again, I just want to see how this camera works. Let me know if you like it, if it turns out better. I'm gonna upload this now, and I'm gonna have a look for it myself, see what I think. But honestly, I got to say I'm kind of excited to have this now. I think it's going to be a bit more high quality as far as the video is concerned. So again, I'm hoping that turns out. I'm hoping things like the text in the books turns out really nice and clear. So that way, you know, if I do, because I've had people ask for close-ups of things in the books. So if I get the opportunity to do that, then I want to make sure that it will actually, the words will actually pick up, which is one of the things I kind of tried to avoid when I was originally doing with the other camera. I didn't want to focus too much on the text, because when I looked through the screen, it didn't look very clear, like it looked very blurry. And when I would watch it on video, it turned out all right, but I didn't want to start assuming that it was going to. So anyway, just sort of like a quick update, you know, and I'd like to thank everybody for the really positive responses that I've gotten from the Zero Edition video that I did. It was actually really nice to get the kind of feedback that I did on it so far. So I'm glad people are enjoying it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the series as it comes out. And again, I thank you all for your patience and your support. Thank you very much, YouTube.